Hello, Priya.
Hi, Melinda.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, before starting the session, I want to introduce you to our audience, Priya. Priya Sandip is a soft skills trainer and a motivational speaker with a mathematics background and a decade of experience in software testing. After transitioning to finance and business operations, she became a certified trainer specializing in self-motivation, corporation transition, team building, and communication. Fluent in multiple languages, she offers tailored training sessions to individuals and organizations, helping them build confidence and professional skills. That was really a great bio, Priya Sandip, and the stage is all yours.
Okay. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you very much. Hope you are able to see my screen. Yes? Is my screen visible, Melinda? Melinda, is my screen visible? Okay. Thank you for that. Can I start? Yes. Okay. Okay. Namaste and greetings for the day. Quite overwhelming to see some wonderful sessions and some wonderful talks and interesting topics. Let me start by reminding you of something which you did when you were a tiny toddler. You were learning to walk, you were beginning to walk. That precious moment when you took your first step. You took 2 steps, fell down, rose up, took another few steps, fell down, rose up, kept taking steps, falling and rising, but never got tired, right? The first lesson you would have learned when you started walking was to rise, keep moving, and not get tired. And this rhythm continues for the rest of life. What used to be effortless earlier start becoming tough when you grow. Rising from the falls, from the lows in life, especially when the fall is deep. You may want to bounce back, rise up, and say to the whole world, hey, I'm here, right? Today, I'm going to give you a small helping hand to help you rise up and regain strength in 3 key areas of life: health, career, and relationships. Ready to go? Okay. Let me start with health. We all have a wonderful body. Some of us, some of you here may be purely health conscious, going a long way to take care of your health. Some of us may take our health for granted, right? Now, this wonderful body, due to some external reasons or due to our own carelessness, takes a setback. Now, what to do? How do we get back? First, have gratitude that things have not gone worse. You're still breathing, and soon there would be a moment where you would be normal again. And this too will pass on. Have that gratitude and accept that your body needs care. You need that break, be it a month or 2 months or even 6 months. Take that break for healing. Take your time. You don't have to say, hey, I'm fine. You don't have to be in the limelight always. Take that break. Take your time for healing. Now, healing doesn't just happen with the body, it happens along with the mind, right? Now, what do you do to strengthen your mind? Let me ask you, when you were in your teens and 20s, you would have admired some pics of those celebrities, supermodels, and you would have admired them saying, hey, look at her crowning glory, look at her cuts and curves, look at her skin. Yes? When you reach your 30s and 40s, whose pics would you admire? Definitely your own pics of your teens and 20s, right? Look at my crowning glory. Look at my cuts and curves. Look at my skin. Yes, you are your own strength. You derive from your own you derive strength from your own self. You are your celebrity. You are your supermodel. You may want to say, hey, I want to be that same confident person whom I used to be, and I will reach there. You may say to yourself, maybe just that age, that number would have increased, a couple of gray hairs here and there, and an extra waistline. But you can be that same confident person, or even bigger than that, because being you is not new to you. So you be your strength. And do something which interests you. You may find new interests or something which you were earlier interested in. Do something you are interested to do so that your mind is occupied and you don't go to any negative thoughts. When your mind is more occupied, you don't have any negative thoughts. Do something that interests you. Do something which you like. If I can share a small example from my life, is that okay? Okay. If I can share a small example from my life, I had to undergo a surgery last year and I was able to cope with my mood swings because I am part of a training group where we meet online every week and we get to learn life lessons from renowned speakers. So, do what interests you. Keep your mind occupied so that you don't go to negative thoughts. And that is fine. Start concentrating on your body. You would be fine to concentrate on your body. Start slow, start with mild exercise or walking and increase the intensity. These small things would make a big difference, and soon you would be fully back into action. Yes. Now, next, coming to career. We may have to take a break in career due to, again, health reasons or personal reasons, especially women after childbirth. Now, how to bounce back? Again, have gratitude that you're at least in this place or position and not far behind. Yes. Then decide and find Decide yourself whether you're going to continue in the same job or the same line what you used to do, or if you have new interests, just arrive at your niche or find your ikigai. Once you do that, start to unlearn and relearn. When you start doing that, you may face a few challenges, like you may be learning along with people who are younger to you. It's okay. Uh, I when I was 40, I resumed learning Carnatic music. That's an Indian classical form. And I had to attend an exam one day. And when I entered the venue, someone asked me, "Are you a student or a teacher?" That's okay. Come out of all those embarrassments. Just focus on what you want to learn. Yes, you may go as a subordinate to who was a subordinate to you, or someone who's younger. That is also okay. Respect the chair. You would be fine. Now, coming to the next one, something important. Before going to that, if you can have in mind, if you can get in mind, if you can get reminded about, say, if you can think about someone you feel, someone near you, who you feel is an achiever. You may feel, yes, he or she is an achiever. Someone you know, someone close to you, right? Yes. Okay. Now, you may have thousand reasons, I'm not able to focus on my goal because I'm not able to manage my time. See, this is distracting me, this is obstructing me. You may have thousand reasons to not achieve your goal, but find that one reason that would take you to reach there. Because how many ever reasons you have, there may be someone else near you who had many more reasons than you, but they never said it, they only did it. Now, that same person, what I'm talking about, your friend or someone near you, they would have definitely achieved, but they would have also had many reasons yet achieved. So, next time you say some reasons to set back, think again. They are just to test you, and they're not the end. Yes? So go ahead. And once you move out from all these challenges, try to update yourself. But you don't have to stay totally up to date. You don't have to know all the information. What you need to know will come to you. What you need to learn will come to you. Just focus, have that confidence, and you will reach there. You will reach your goal. Even if it takes longer than what you planned, you're fine. Trust the timing of your life. You would again bounce back. Yes. Now coming to relationships. Tough one, isn't it? The other two are mostly based on you alone, but this has something to do with the other person also. Maybe it's someone in your family, your friend, or your spouse. Now, to before I talk about how to rise from a fall or how to mend a strained relationship, let me share some heartfelt thoughts on how to nurture or preserve a relationship so that it stays strong and prevent it from falling apart. Yes. Now, all of you would have had a chance to get a rose or a bouquet of roses, or at least gift a rose to someone at least once in your lifetime, right? Yes. Now, imagine when that florist was making this rose or the bouquet of roses, he or she would have found a few thorns in the rose. And what do you think that florist would have done? He would have cut those thorns from the roses and made that rose even more beautiful, right? Similarly, in relationships, be that florist who cuts those thorns from the roses and makes a beautiful bouquet. Every relationship, be it in your family or friends, there would be disappointments. But if you can ignore those disappointments, if you can learn to ignore them, then that relationship would be a beautiful bouquet in your hand. Instead, if not, those thorns would add up to becoming a cactus. So it's up to you to value the relationship or the disappointments. So be that florist. The next one. When a relationship starts, expectations start along. Yes. And when the expectations are not met, what happens? There starts the fall. So have no expectations, have no disappointments. For example, your friend would have wished you and celebrated your birthday last year, but this year you may expect the same. But your friend cannot do that every year. So be happy that you got that surprise at least once, and that would suffice for any number of birthdays you see or celebrate. So have no expectations. And sometimes you may expect your friend or your someone in your family to keep appreciating you on whatever you do, acknowledging you on whatever you do. You don't have so much of that expectations, because if the person doesn't do that, you may be disappointed. And that may become an obligation for the other person also. So have no expectations, just enjoy the company. Because do not lose a relationship easily. Just enjoy. Just have that. Enjoy being in company. Yes. Now, having said that, let me go to that toughest part. That is relationship with life partner or spouse. Marriage can be both transformative and challenging, right? Now, there may be a point where you cannot bear with that person anymore. Even looking at that person would seem unbearable for you. You don't want to continue anymore. There may be different reasons, but if the reason is misunderstandings and disappointments and not, abuse or an extramarital relationship, then there is a way out. Now, I just want to share something which you may find unconventional but worth trying. Just think about this. At that point where you are about, no, I'm not going to continue this anymore, you are at that verge of exit, what would you do? You may want to move out, live independently, physically and emotionally, be independent, be on your own, right? Before moving out, just think, what am I going to do moving out? I'm going to be on my own, be emotionally independent, do my things on my own, live my life on my own, right? Now, why can't you do that being under the same roof? Just think about this. You both are living in the same place, under the same roof, not burdened by grievances of expectations and those marital problems, but just as cohabitants, just as individuals, but just under the same roof. When this happens, your mind is free. Your mind is free of those negative thoughts and burdens. You don't have any obligations. You're just on your own. Your mind blocks are gone. You are free. Your mind is free. And when this happens over a period of time, in that stillness, you both may start supporting each other. You may feel the presence of the other person. You may feel somebody is there better than to be alone. And slowly, you may find something which you thought you lost forever. If I can share my experience, after the tough times of lockdown, I thought I'm done. But I stayed there with neutrality, without any expectation. I was just existing. And it's been more than 4 years. Today, he is my biggest support. I'm leaning on his shoulders more than ever. And we've been having some great time, wonderful, wonderful, happy times with our son, which I thought was lost forever. So before you think of leaving, just think that you have nothing to lose. So it's worth giving that time, patience, and a little extra consideration, because you may rediscover something which you thought you lost. And if it doesn't work out, you have nothing to lose. Life will still go on, right? But if it works, would be great, right? Yes, it is tough. It is tough, but tough paths lead to wonderful destinations. So keep that relationship going. Yes, there will be falls, there will be steep falls, but that is not the end of all. Life can still go on. Yes. Now, this is a lifeline, right? Yes, our lifeline. The normal is about all ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. That is normal. So life has its ups and downs always. It is important for us to rise up when we fall. And if it is deep, we need to bounce back even higher. Do not stay there. This is just a test of time and not the end of all. The world is waiting to celebrate you. Just when the caterpillar thought its life was over, it became a butterfly. Thank you, everybody, for being the wonderful audience. And thank you, WYN, for this wonderful opportunity. And before I exit, if I can ask you, what did you like from this whole talk of mine? If there is something, can I ask? If you can type in the chat box. Okay, I can see some hearts coming up. Okay, okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, WIN. Thank you for this wonderful platform. Thank you, everybody, for the support. It's so nice to see those hearts and claps. Thank you. You're not audible, Melinda. Once again. You're not audible. No, your mute button is on still. I think you're not getting unmuted. Your mute button still says on.
It's clear now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry for the inconvenience. And we have a few questions from our audience, Priya.
yeah.
And I want to ask one of them. What inspired you to transition from software testing to corporate training and motivational speaking?
Um, Life took me there, I would say. It was just one small article in the newspaper. Once I read it, that was an introductory session for a train the trainer program. Just because it was near to my house, I thought, okay, let me attend. If it was far off, maybe I wouldn't have thought. It was near to my house, I thought I would attend, and that session was so impressive. And that time I couldn't join that course. Of course, maybe the training industry would have wanted me to go through all those tough times during COVID. Only after that I was able to join, and yes, and
That
I'm
was
finding
really
it
inspiring.
interesting. I'm enjoying it.
That was really inspiring. And thank you for your valuable time, Priya.
Thank you very much, Melinda. And will you have the poll now?
Yeah, yes, sure.
That would start now, is it? I'll be able to view. Oh, okay.
Yes, we have a few more questions. We will post it to your email, Priya.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you so much. Okay, beyond the backstage and joining the next sessions, please.
I'll be on backstage, is it? Okay.
Joining the next.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.